Okay, guys. Okay. First things first, ne? Nina nibona uba yintoni le? Like xa unikwa le nto ne? What would be the case of uba unikwe le drawing? Understanding yakho. Obviously for uba yakhiwe. Ndiyatyhafisa ngoba nditheni notheni. And it most likely ne situation where you would get a drawing. Let's say you are working for a contractor, ne?
Yeah.
Contractor may ask you, let's say maybe you need to submit a quotation ne, to a client ethile. Mhlawumbi kulozibani bani ufuna ukwenziwa idonga nje. Yabo?
Igarden wall lithango.
Yeah. Mhlawumbi noba lipha ngasegadini. Anyway, so okay.
Okay, teta.
But okay. So that would be a situation where you would need to do a quantities card, ne? Because you can't price anything without knowing a quantity of umsebenzi, ne? So items that you would need to quantify up. We can go. If you know the construction method, you will know the items to measure.
Foundation.
But what items are you gonna measure per?
Good foundation. Footing. Brickwork.
And
footing.
And you're not gonna clear a site.
Oh. Don't
you can site clearance.
Yeah.
Ne? And then you also need to when's the excavation? And then you need to do a footing.
Yeah.
Then you need to do a brickwork. In this case, abai separatanga since it's not a house, ne?
Yeah.
They did not separate foundations from superstructure. It's just one single wall going up. Yeah. Since it's not a
building.
A building. It's just a freestanding wall. Yeah. So things that you need to analyze with drawing, ne, are sizes. Ne?
Yeah.
You need to know what's the size of your wall. Ne? You need to know what is the size of your brick piers. So brick piers are these parts, as parts in the columns. So we call this a brick pier. You don't call it, or you can call it a brick column if you want to, but okay, the conventional name we call it a brick pier. Ne? This we measure in cubes, in cubic meters, a brick pier. Ne? You need to know what's the size of your foundation footing for your brick pier. You need to know the size of your brick pier. You need to know the size of your coping. Ne? Coping, I understand by Anonymous.
Yeah. See, I understand, I know, but I understand by Anonymous. See, I you know.
Understand.
Like ilandoza le pin khona iba open apha ngaphakathi isn't before close apha. I don't know, not sure.
All right. Like any ne, we industry QS ne must learn not to doubt what you think is correct. Ne? If you think it's functional into it makes sense. What we don't want, ne, if we don't put a cap on the brick pier, ne, remember, ne, there's a lot of options on how to construct a brick pier. We can also put steel up, ne, land we hollow and put a concrete bar. Ne? But the issue is not about the hollow section. The issue is that kakunetha amanzi azohlala bengayi flat, and then you're gonna have amanzi on top of your wall. So amanzi azawuhla penetrate udonga lakho lifume, ne? So we don't want water settling on top of this thing. Even on top of the wall itself, we do put a coping, concrete coping, ne? because we don't want amanzi to settle up and dampen and ngunde idonga, ne? So we put this is a pile cap nale bakhona lapha phezu kwedonga so that amanzi angahlali. That's why ithe ingathi roof. Yeah. And then you need to know height zakho zamadonga, net depth the foundation that you need to excavate. So I think it's clear, ne? Clear? Are you clear? Okay. Now, masiye ku-standard system, ne? Masiye ku-standard system, so that sibe ne-idea yoba what does the standard system say, ne? In terms of brickwork, ne? In circular whatever configuration. Remember, a brickwork is circular will cost more than a brickwork is straight. Ne? It will be more difficult. Not that difficult, but it will be more difficult to do a brickwork window a circular. Yeah. Okay. Let's start. Let's join a masonry after a concrete. Now I've got phone in Zen. Okay, 34. So I'm going to back page 34, masonry work. Because if fundamental, ne? The fundamental of measuring is first checking the standard system, ne? But what does the standard system say in terms of works that are circular, isn't it straight? So that description yakho, ne, was we learn those 34, ne? Okay, 25. Pelwe ibhetri ile nto sale mouse. Kuku ndisokole. Nentenge la charger man, kanti salinde i-payment zami zezinye izinto, so as soon as ndifumana kufuneka ndithenge i-charge because zii-rechargeable lezi battery. Okay. So standard system sitting classification shall be classified according to materials, quality, masonry of the masonry unit, bond composition and mortar. Separate items shall be given in different components such as underpinning, mass, brick piers. Now yenza fourth year uba ukhethe uyenza DQS underpinning. Portion of walls between openings shall not be regarded. Portion of wall between openings shall not be regarded as piers. Work threaded over vertical shall be given as separate. Circular work shall be given separately. Yeah. So it's under classification. Eh? So measurement rule is that circular work shall be given separately. Hence, you won't measure this part, ne, with the ease. Yeah. You will separate it. Yeah. So okay, that's what I wanted to show up. Let's go to excavation. Strong by corner in the tetrayona. Excavation about any circular work. Setting out reinforcement, cutting, testing, piling. So if never is full standard system, so important standard system. Removing difficult material, but it description is the excavation. Nobody says in local. Okay. That's fine. Okay, but anyway, let's just analyze ba wenze njani Mr. Try manje akuntombi yakho because ke
ayinguye
indoda lintike
nontombi ayithanda ayinguyalo lo ubhale apha ngumsebenzi.
Oh, okay, so nansi inote apha kuthiwa isite clear apha according to le nto uzayini. So Mr. Dry wathi just assume that the site is clear already.
Okay.
Site level.
Yeah.
Ne? Because andithi niyayenza mos le nto yolevelisha ngokwisite bulk excavation. So uthi ke akho need. Okay. So qala nge-collex, ne? So i-collex zakho I think should be straightforward. These things should be straightforward. It's just taking the dimensions. As the dimensions is in kile. This is like ible. As it belong la. Awuthumele WhatsApp nele.
Yeah.
And it's into ke endibhidayo with i-drawings zalapha esikolweni i-most zineendawo ezirongo kubekho into eziqhawukileyo andiunderstand uba yenza njani laa nto uba kunika i-drawing leyo neento ezishotayo. Okay. Fonelwa mna apha ngefowuni manini fowuni umntu ophandle. Okay, kufuneka uzifilishe. So before you do anything with drawing, you need to check for ezi zinto, ne? Just to make sure that akho dimensions ezishotayo, ne? So it's very important to check i-drawing yakho. So kawufilisha apha ke ezi dimensions. So from le corner lead to upper ngakwe brick pier 5,000, which is in 5 meters. Am I telling the truth? I think so. Not strong up. Make before balling. Look for something. I think 5 meters and 3 meters. Good. 3 meters. 3 meters. And then 450 apple. And then
a space for me to do.
yeah, one balance 1 meter. And that will be 450. Maybe 2.5 and 2.5. So xa unekampani yakho ngakohlula xa kuthiwa mhlawumbi xa ugodukile umeza isithi yewe umeza ndivile kuthiwa wenza itontoni yimalini ungandenzela ngamalini elidonto ngakohlula umkelele
After senzela nokuhlola but uba
awulothemba man. Confidence uyabona confidence ibalulekile kule nto. Once uvume andisho akho mntu uzawubhiliva uba uyakwazi uyayazi into because yabo.
Of course.
Yeah. Okay, so let's just tick off ba AP. yeah, no, I could go. Explain lina so that be selenduze. So for meter nango. Ne? From here to here. Remember, as much as it's coming at an angle, it's still a straight line. It's not circular. Ne? Ayikho circular, so ayo issue. So now 4 meters, and then 3 meters wakho lo, ne? Ufike pha. And then ibe okay, you can even take the 1 meter lo ume apha yedwa, ne? So ibe 2.5 and then ibe 1 meter. So remember, le length the circumference, le diameter yakhe only ends here, end up, and then color up. So now 1 meter, now 2.5.
So onke la matonga ma straight.
Onga straight wa at the up or ne? And then now we need we need to come to a center line kulena ne situation. Need to come to a center line. But now I need to show you a formula, ne? A formula, yeah. But I think module right here, first years. As a bonus formula, ne? But now what we need to do up, ne? Kuko a formula of getting to a perimeter, ne? Of getting to the length. Yeah. Come and come up so that there is a formula, ne? Of getting to here. Remember, with brickwork, we work with the center lines. Yeah? So, equal a formula. So, I want to page up the formula again. You know what? I can't become what you need. No. But let me just take the formula from up, ne? I think this one is gonna be more clear. It's gonna be more clear up. But don't want to baleki, prescribed book and it.
Yeah.
So, all right. Now, if we go up, we perimeter, ne? How can you like perimeter? Nancy a formula, right? So, sorry, guy pale up. By perimeter is second, ne? Paranja. No pala formula, ne? And then uti perimeter of circle, yeah, is equal to up. This just means circumference. You see, you can call it the perimeter or circumference depending on you.
So it's 2 pi r.
2 pi r, ne? But in this case, we are using a quarter of a circle, ne? So you also need to multiply that out by a quarter.
This.
Yes. 1/4. E by
1/4.
Times 1/4. Yeah, a quarter. Because a quarter, or you would just divide this by 4.
Oh,
Ne? Because when you want this part, ne? But this only takes you to the inside of E. This takes you only to the inside of it, where you would have a plaster yak, ne? So let's say in a situation where you were calculating the plaster, ne? Your plaster upper, ne? You would only use the 2 meter upper formula, and you would get what is this part, ne? In the case where you wanted to get to the plaster lap, ne? if you had to plaster apha ngaphandle ufuna le perimeter, you'd have to add thickness ye-wall yakho to get you to the outer, ne? But thina sifuna uzaphi apha center, ne? So what's the thickness of your wall? That's why drawing funeka uqala uyifunde, yabo? That's so you need to say u225 plus divided by 2. 225 divided by 2 plus 2 meters.
So it's
2000. Yeah, when I 211 something, ne? So okay, banilo. Oh, sendisenza le. Okay, this applies to this, to the circular, ne? Circular part, which is lena, ne? Oh, nazi la architect, ne? Ndabuyela kuni. Hello, Pedro. Kunjani ihlo?
Ushaya kanjani mfowethu?
Siyacela ihlo. Hey, hayi ndizamile ihlo i-adjustment. Hey, it's just demanding kakhulu, ne? Because as items bendizi-adjusta, ezinye are very important to i-structure, yabo. But I tried the best that I could. I-proposal yam would be this, ne? Let's deal with mainly the functional part of indlu, ne?
Sure.
Ezinye izinto sime kancinci kuzo. So what I've done to try to get to at least a better rate, I've just left out tiling, ne? I've left out tiling. I've taken out as our wardrobe, ne?
Okay.
And then I've adjusted rate yelenduza, rate roof work, ne? I've adjusted it so that we use material on site. Yeah. So reduceka yona to 802, and then naleyana I've tried to reduce naleyana, but it's ipako 2 nto nayo still, yabo. So still it takes us back to at least a million if we are doing both, yabo. That is excluding the external work, yabo.
Okay.
I'm assuming bumama lo inoba ubhizi.
Yeah, bethe uza ebhankini namhlanje wethule ekuseni wathi khona ebhankini namhlanje, so she will let us know xa ibuyile.
Okay. Emadbedla, what I'm thinking is that I don't know. I think utatu yabo, when it comes to the construction phase, ne, he can reduce the cost of labor, yabo, but it's just that he couldn't give us a definite answer to say how much would his guys be charging, yabo. But I think he could be able to reduce a cost using labor cheap, yabo. So I've decided maybe we should negotiate notatu yago so that ezinye fees like the management fee, just take it away, yabo, and try to make money paku works, yabo.
Okay.
Yeah, if it comes, if it,
I don't think you should necessarily take it away, just reduce it.
Yeah.
Reduce it down to 10, 18 or down to 10.
Yeah. No, I think I'll do that when I better, because I just had to do. I've changed the foundation. Ne? I've changed the foundation brickwork, ne, to block work that we're just gonna pour infill block work pa foundation to make it solid. Yeah, I've changed the foundation from stock brick. No, not necessarily. We can just put
And
we can just put a brick force in every course car to still stiffen it.
How do you think? Maybe talk to
Urendani, ne?
so that he can approve it for
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
He's not gonna be happy with that. Just maybe ask him.
Yeah. But I think in essence, end of the day, see, we will always measure a foundation provisionally, ne? Because we are not sure of the soil conditions and what Rendani is gonna say. So it was still a provisional item, the foundations. Yeah. But I will speak to Rendani and see about him in terms of that. But it's not an uncommon practice to fag infill, and if maybe we think there's movement, we can stiffen it in a brick force every course. Yeah, but I'll speak to Rendani.
Yeah, speak to him and so that in principle he says it's fine.
Yeah, I'll do that. So ngaphetha maske silinde umama lo namhlanje abuyele kuthi yabo, because I think it's value engineering it's difficult when you have to compromise it drawing approve way, yabo. But
in the end, I think that's sufficient. Like 800 for a dwelling is sufficient.
Yeah.
You don't want to go less than that because you then live in contract.
Yeah.
So the outbuilding now you're right to pricing. I think those rates are almost, let's say, market related. So now then I choose between the two.
Yeah.
Okay, now in 100, and this is how far we could go with main dwelling.
Yeah.
This is how far we could go without dwelling. So if I must prove whether I'm 800 or I'm out dwelling.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, so ndicela ihlo mani uzawuse utsho mani umama xa isifuna, then I'll just make myself available lapha kwi-chat.
Okay, sure.
Okay, sure. Okay. Imagine ndiyayirekhoda nale nto ndilibele thixo uba ndenze i-recording apha thetha zonke izinto ezilapha emhlabeni. Okay, masibuyeleni ke apha. Okay, lena I think ni-aware this is just when you do your collects, you just need to also determine the height, so that you know when you are taking the collects and doing your actual brickwork and doing the lawn. You just need to determine the height. So obviously, I don't know how obvious it is, but obviously nasitsho i-color pencils ninazo.
Yeah, we do that.
Oh, right, inhle. Izidanga system ezingenazo. Inhle leyo loo nto. Yoba ke nibe nazo i-color pencils at least niyaza kwi-QS still at least anikamki. Okay. What I like to do mna what I like to do mna is to annotate it drawing so that you know where is where. You know what is what. So on ground level wakho lona ne. And then excavation yakho will most likely include nali. That will be your excavation, including your ongele part. So I'm assuming you know that you add this to this and this to get to your height. This and this gives you a depth foundation. Come and see again. Analyze it drawing. This is what you would do. I'll analyze it out to 225 plus 600. What you would do, I'll analyze it drawing. You'd quickly do in notes so that you don't have to buy 825. This is for your own yeah. But ungabe ulentus edale nale. What does that give you?
600.
600. No, 2150. bakunika bani 2750 ne, and then 600 plus 2450 nika bani
3050.
okay. As you do this for your own tonto, yeah, so that when you need to do calculations, you don't so that's what you need to do when you get it drawing. You need to make it as lentos detailing up and then fine. Okay, besithe apha le elidonga lethu besithe ngubani ngu-225 millimeters. Okay, so thina sifuna uzaphi le point yabo kwi-half yayo. Fine. Okay, so this is the height here wall yapha ndithi kuthile 2750. So that's your wall from here to here. That's your wall. Ne? This will always be higher than this. This will always be higher than this. Sometimes they tell you that sketch, but no, this is gonna be 300 millimeters higher than your top of your wall. So it's just information that you need to know. You drawing long. Yeah. Okay. So this is only for you to be able to do a description. Yeah. Okay. In this case, you are also being told about the hard rock is encountered at 300 millimeters below national ground level. So now you need to also allow for excavation in hard rock. Yeah. So your excavation is not going to be just excavation in pickable material only. You're going to also have an allowance for hard rock at that depth. Yeah. So that's information that you need to. I know, but I can't give up. I don't think it be corner up. You corner into show you up for information. Okay. But remember, if you are working with something coming from an engineer or an architect, they can tell you. But as you were hearing we conversation with the architect, foundations are always measured in provisionally, so it's not a fixed thing like a foundation. Yeah. So okay, so you've added up the part and got this. So there it is. Yeah. That is for your straight wall, and then you're going to say again, UB, that is going to be ditto but circular on plane, so which is 3.32. How do you get to 3.32? 2 meters, 2000, plus 225 divided by 2, which is low. Bufumane bani ilento yenze nje yenza apha so yenze lapha so ungathi abantu bafuna abantu bangakotshwa of 225 divided by 2 so that we capture kwi video 225 divided by 2 plus 2000 then when you round, remember we work to second decimal, so that tends to 3 low. So that's how you get to 2113, and then now you take the formula best stay pan again, so I come bit in the formula.
It is pi 2 pi r pi r. Yeah. And then since e got
yes, nice. So 1/4 times log. That gets you to E. That gets you here. It gets you to this part. La formula. gets you here to each side. Yeah. So then if you wanted the distance outside for plastering purposes, you would just put la 225 and then do the same and say times 1/4 or divided by 4. That gets you to the external. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So that was excavation, Lona. Ne? That's excavation. No, sorry, excavation. This is brickwork. Ne? So that's why we start 270. Ditto, but circular on plane 270. So you're working from the last item backwards, work up backwards. So this is gonna be at A as the equal X. How you do equal X, ne? So this is your brick wall, and this is your brick wall, but circular on plane, and then you work back to concrete footing yako, ne? So footing yako, obviously ibhaliwe apha. Obviously or unobvious, that's 675 by 225. And then you still need to separate concrete yale ezindawo straight and separate concrete indawo circular. So no dim mistake kumne. You should add with these two center lines. Ne? You do not separate the circular part and the lentils. You only do it up to brickwork, circular on plane.
Not good footing.
Not footing na excavation. Remember, ne? Once you go to Eastern system, ne? I couldn't find it up about excavation. A rule that says you must separate circular excavation and khange ndiyifumana lapha, but ngayijonga lapha concrete ba is there any distinction now that says you must separate your brickwork, your concrete works, man, ne? Ayikho apha ku excavation, akekho circular on plane. Let's go to concrete strong ba ikhona into ethi rule etshoyo na. Eastern system must go fun, ne? But once uqhele Eastern system, ube used to uyokhangela kuso for rules, it becomes easy because now you know by I must separate item ethile of works because I find because what happens, contractor needs to receive a bill of quantities, ne? Once yonke into is straight, ne? Once you get okay, classification, strength, mix, cast against surfaces, post tensioning, no deductions, longitudinal, pipes, concrete projections. Yeah. No, akukho nto ethi apha. Let's separate even those. Okay, no deduction shall be made exceeding 200. So that's a pipe. Concrete projection sizes, strings and consists relevant components cast. Surface blinding, footing, surface beds, footings, underpinning, beams, columns, floors. Yeah. But yeah, like it is secure. So ayikho, yeah. But ikhona ku brickwork. That's the difference. Yeah. So anything ekhoyo ku brickwork you need to put under you need to consider rules. You understand? Say brickwork. Yeah. Okay. So in the case of concrete, you need to add the two to get your let's call it your center line, yeah, or your perimeter. Same thing in excavation, but remember this is just for equal X, ne? Each in understanding of doing equal X. Detail. When we are enjoying I'm gonna read for you who Professor Base, ne? Professor Base be lecturer apha kwi-department ye-QS ne. So here is a note. So this note is from Professor Fanny Base ne, from this book, Worked Examples ne. So nansi note yakhe on page 23 uthi collections are used to determine the total length of certain items. The total of these calculations are then used in measuring instead of rewriting all the dimensions of the item. Example, a length of 270 cavity wall will be calculated, and then this will be used for items with the same dimensions. For example, excavations, risk of collapse, concrete footing, brickwork, etc. Yeah, that's the reason we do ecolex. It's so that you don't go and recalculate this. Ne? Perfect example I can give you is this. When you calculate the perimeter room, let's say you were gonna use it for plastering. Because without, if let's say 6 by 6, 6 plus 6 plus 3 plus 3, ne? You get low and with my 12 by let's say 18. Ne? 18 meters all around. You are gonna times it by the height, let's say 2.4 minimum ceiling height. Gives you square meter say plaster. Ne? But the perimeter you can also use it for skirting. You can also use it for cornice. So hence you don't need to recalculate calculation because you can just take it from there because they are finally. So that's the reason for ecolex. Yeah? So that's right. So masisuke up. So now we're gonna use ecolex zethu. We are gonna go to and make excavations zethu proper descriptions. Remember, your job as a QS is to take a drawing from an architect. You need to take this and when the interpretation yakho as clear as possible. Ambiguity. You need to take away ambiguity because you are giving the contractor instruction on what to do. So that when they price, they are understanding what they are pricing. You need to tell the contractor with clear English, but excavate impeccable material for surface trenches, not exceeding 2 meters. That is a clear instruction and set aside either for backfill or for cutaway. That's your measure. So, Leento gives the contractor a clear instruction. They know what to do, and then they will multiply out its dimensions to get the cubic meters, and how long it will take them. Fine. So we go back to A. We work back from the excavation. We're gonna take from UD and do our excavation in pickable material. Not exceeding 2 meters and set aside for backfill or cutaway elsewhere measured. And then you say and backfilling to trenches and holes with excavated material. Do you know why we do this? I did it with excavator happen. And then we said put it back. But we are backfilling with the same amount of cubes. Yeah. Do you know why we do this? Okay. This is so that when we are measuring other items, we don't have to calculate each part bar. This is how much back. Okay, there's this thing called the cutaway. There's a cutaway which is but we are not going to cut away wonke lo mhlaba. You understand? Mm-hmm. There's a certain amount of soil that's going to be cutted away. So we need to calculate lo uzabuyela emaqaleni. So which is kule case footing yakho nansi lentuza yakho So this is the soil that we excavated. Ngobe senza for a trench. we excavated this, ne?
Yeah.
But we know that this part is shaded red. This part, there won't be soil in this part, ne? But our description says backfill, ne? Putting back, we won't get a soil. As per what we are saying, the description, we're putting back to the same amount, ne? But you're gonna see when we are doing the brickwork, ne? We're gonna also say and deduct backfilling. And then when we are doing concrete footing, we're gonna say after casting concrete capacity and deduct, because the cubes that occupy this space and the cubes you need to take away for cutaway is gonna be the same. So that we don't do it double measurement. We don't measure there, we measure there. Yeah. Okay. Fine. Okay. So the excavation in pickable material. Yeah. So that's late and backfill, ne? And then now we need to say, okay, but the dimension, yes, understand almost where we get this dimension. 13.8. So which is this? 13.8 from Muti. 13.8 for Muti. And then we need it in size lendus a footing 0.65. So 0.68, ne? Yeah. No, you don't need to go there. Lena, this is for a brick pier. Don't worry about this, Nancy. Yeah. So 0.68. Yeah. But this is where you need to take your information. The reason sense collects so that you don't come here. Because Nancy Pani, excavation, has the size of the footing. So 0.68, 0.83. We'll always calculate as a length. So Nancy, Sati and deduct. Okay. Now we are also told that ukoi hard rock, ne? Ukoi hard rock is you dig you will from ground level you will dibana once 300 millimeters down dibana hard rock. So we need to measure for that. So extra overall excavations for excavations in hard rock. So it's the same dimensions. Yep. But the difference is that we need to adjust for ulentus for 300 millimeters. So it's gonna be the depth here to say minus 300, and then we're gonna get to 525. Is this clearly the calculation about why they doing like this? Jamming 525. Remember, when you are excavating, you won't just start on rock then go to soft. You understand?
So excavating is more
As but once you get to level of 525, the hard rock is a car. Yeah. So it depth hard rock in 525. Yeah. So that's the extra over for loan. Yeah. Yeah. So and phone bar will be confused and take 300. Ne? And think it's 300 thick hard rock. It's not, it's where it starts. Once you go 300 deep, you will encounter a lentus. But the depth your hard rock is going to be 525. Yeah. And then we've got the item at keeping excavations free from water. Do you understand the item? What it means?
Yeah.
Okay. How would you price this item? Keeping excavations free from water. Like, what do you understand about it? How do you keep excavations free from water? Just like how would you prevent amanzi? Oh, okay, guys, this is just hiring a hump ne? You provide an amount to hire for a pump. It's not that as a from a trench, you can't prevent water from going into the trench. Impossible, because there's something called groundwater, ne? Ungayibeka izinki phezu kwanendawo itrench yakho so that inganethi direct, but amanzi azawufumana umngxunya angene. So this are bigger trenches. So this is not because kuthiwa nabuka inamazinki sami namatye ubeke. This is hiring of a pump so that the following day you can pump out amanzi. You understand? Okay. So let's go to, okay. So in this case, ne, I know that we have included the excavation, ne, for brick piers, bases brick piers, ne, which is this part, ne. But we are gonna do that, ne. Since we have already done a description for hard rock, ne, we are also including it here for bases, ne, the brick piers, ne. So what is the size of a footing yetu? 900. So it will always be square. If a brick pier yako is square, the base is also gonna be square. The hence is about 0.9 by 0.9 by the same depth, 0.53. Yeah, and then you block off Linda and Z two brick piers. This is lapang as a 18. Yeah. Okay. And then this is where we excavate for Elendus this thing for bases the brick piers. So excavate in pickable material for trenches and holes not exceeding 2 meters as before, ne? And set aside for backfilling and as before. We are just saying as this. Let's say in practice, ne, in terms of the industry, you would not be penalized to just take this and put here because it's the same description. You are saying this, you are saying this. Ne? Yeah. It's already done, Lance, so you don't need to say extra over for hard rock. Ne? Yeah, okay, that's fine. So we understand the dimensions was so happy, ne? Yeah. Okay. Now let's go to a risk of collapse. Ne? Do you understand why we do a risk of collapse? Okay, gauge why.
For what must talk for me. Into a straight, so before we have straight.
Yeah.
There are possibilities of lamhlaba ukhumbuleyo uzawubuyela ngaphakathi. Okanye seke risk of collapse must. But the risk of collapse,
okay.
It's either by shoring or whatever.
Okay. Okay. So your main concern would just be that you don't want the soil to fall back in the trench. Nothing else. Are you going? Yeah. Okay. You are partially correct, ne? Yeah. Because it is for that. But here is another reason for risk of collapse, ne? We have something called workman. And I know by pick right now. This guy is excavating. Which leg has lonely heart yet. This is the worker excavating. If umhlaba collapse, health and safety reason. Yabo? OHS reason for ROC. Once I collapse umhlaba into this trench, this person dies, site is closed. Yeah. Yes. And now standard system. Do you know what it says standard system in terms of risk of collapse? Okay, standard system says risk of collapse is measured either exceeding 1.5 or not exceeding 1.5. That's it. So if the trench yakho is like 6 meters, 6 meters deep, you just say exceeding 1.5. You're not gonna say exceeding 1.5, and then exceeding 3 meters, and then exceeding. It either exceeds 1.5 or it doesn't exceed 1.5. I find in excavation where you say exceeding 2 meters, not exceeding 2 meters, exceeding 4. Yeah, it's not like that. It risk of collapse. Yeah?
Okay.
Hence, you need to register a system so that you don't make a mistake. You exceeding 1.5, not exceeding 3, exceeding 4.5, not exceeding. I know by each rep, you can easily do that. But you don't do long. Okay, fine. Now, this is where ilentuza zakho come in, your centerline calculation. This is where it comes in. You don't need to go now to your trench again, your measurisha is centerline again. Here is the centerline, you've got it. 13.82. And then depth yakho, you've got it already now, 0.83 depth yakho. And then you need to show both sides of the trench yakho. And then you've got your brick pier, your excavation for your brick piers, for your bases also. You know that you need to show all 4 sides of it because it's a box. And there's 2 brick piers. And now you've got this thing called the wall ends. Do you think you know about the wall ends? I think he has a wall end. Z2. Yes, but what was it? How would drawing come? I didn't make a markable. So that we come the direct. Choose one end. Yeah, like wall end, it ends. It doesn't continue. So it's also a trench can look up, so let me make it a sketch instead. It's also like this up. Yeah, this is where your trench ends. Yeah, so you need to show Nalinda Nalinda needs to be buying a collapse now because we show really need to show nails. I call it the same thing. That's what they are referring to the E wall ends as Z2, which is gonna be your width of your trench by the height. Yeah. Clear, Okay. And then we work back to a concrete. We must always come back to equal axis so that you don't have to go to a drawing. Okay, the reason we just assume that it's 15 MPa. Let's say you are not given 15 MPa, but from it construction technology, you should be able to make a judgment on what strength of concrete if you are not given strength of concrete. If you go to any website, either AfriSem or PPC or there's even cement supply or concrete supply, they've got it there. But for in our weighted means like boundary walls and walkways and like in as a structure that is carrying a lot of loads, we usually use low strength, low to medium strength. Low to medium strength is 10 MPa to 15. So you could even argue that you could go for 10 MPa. Yeah. But whenever you're not given a specification as enough, you need to make an assumption and write. But I'm assuming that it's low strength since it's a boundary wall, so that lo muntu okumakishayo understands, ne? But in industry, it's so that, remember, if when in industry you are doing taking off, someone is going to do squaring, which is calculating all your don out and taking it to a bill. They need to understand what you have written here and why you have written something, unless a corner up. Yeah. Okay, it's fine. So it will be the same. Don't do. You just go to e-concrete yako back. Here's your sizes for e-concrete. Here's your width. Here's your thickness. Yeah? And you've got your center line 13.82. Yeah? You've got your size of a brick piers zako 0.09 by 0.23.
Yeah.
I think since a brick pier is a single item, ne? It's like a unit thing. You don't really need meters. That's why being a lang collects. You don't really need to. Because those out like yeah. Okay. And then nansi ke ngulendawo esiza kuyo. So there's a lot of ways of doing a description here concrete, ne? You can either say cast 15 MPa concrete to excavated surfaces, ne? Or you can say 15 MPa 19 mm stone cast against excavated surfaces. But the key is this: the contractor must be able to make sense of what he's supposed to do. Yeah. You can even write in Xhosa and 15 MPa with concrete. That's the basics of descriptions DQS. Ne? Nangula end. And deduct backfilling. Ne? So this is where we are coming back. Okay. Now we are saying, let's take this soil. Let's take this soil. Let's deduct that backfilling. Let's take my back and cut it away. And extra overall excavations for cutaway, surplus excavated material to dumping site plus minus 3 kilometers away. Or if only 1 kilometers, you will say to dumping site selected by the contractor. Only if it's not specified by dumping site is how far. Ne? Clearly, so according to this, we are left nalungu kumhlaba from here to here. Lesi sideducting. Sathi mayiyo kufakwa itracking. So we left nangu lo mhlaba kufuneka siwudeductile ayi-tracking now. Lona sizokudeducta wona. Because uyashiyeka kule ndawo. Yes. So okay. Now we get to brickwork again. That's where you're gonna see the lentos. Still again, but now you must notice something. Go classical brickwork, you need to go exactly in an angle. Circular on plane, you need to separate from straight component here brickwork. Yeah? So now 225 millimeter brick wall in 1:4 cement mortar, in electric stocks brick, in look a bond, okay? Depends what you are given. If you put English bond. Yeah. In garden walls. Okay? They can say Flemish bond, they can say stretch up bond is the usual. Yeah. But stretch up bond is weaker than English bond, ne Flemish bond. Ilena siyenza strong over the brick force. The brick reinforcement. But English bond is just take it, pin it, green. So it's stronger without the brick force. Okay, see again. So okay, Hence, upper sisebenza ngolo 10.50 because we're going to separate the circular part of our brickwork. Sorry. Okay. Let me do it. Sure. Who did it? Was it by? Oh, we alone was it by? Hleka umuntu lwazi bhayi ukuthi uyaromola masibuye lapha uromoleni thethe ukuthi uromola ukuthini yaromola ufunda nani lo muntu befuna uzokwenza le nto xa uthi uromola imali yose. Okay. Okay, so we get back to the circular part. So we say ditto but circular on plan. So guys, just a bit of it's not a background, it's a bit of a tip. Also, ditto, you must be careful. Let's say let's say ufuna ditto to lento yenzeka apha uditto will not be including this and this. Counted ditto after ditto, it only talks to this one and it doesn't include it. So let's say if we take ditto mhlambi enye sesinye strength is for another type of wall, uzothi ditto and then uthi and qale ngale phinde ubhale again. So ditto only refers to the above, direct above. Okay.
You can't say ditto for this part.
Aye. Good agreed. Ditto just means just the one above below. Okay. Okay, so and then see a good deduction book. Now we put itonga letu nali illustrating. Illustrating. Now go circular and plane. Now we need to deduct the backfilling again as before. Send the cut away as before. Okay? So now that this is way interesting. You still use the center line yakone. That's the thickness of yakone. Now this is the part you need to be careful. Ungathathi depth excavation. Yeah? You need to take the depth the backfill. The backfilling will be from here to here. Yeah? It's easy to ulibali kuba uqomba deduct backfilling yomhlaba uthathe i-depth excavation. So make sure that you start from here to here. Yeah, lay part. Clear, no? So now answer 0.6. Circular on plane, same thing. 0.6. Ne? So lena itini was deducted again go backfill around the brick pier. Ne? Brick pier here is 0.45 by 0.45 by 0.6. That's deducted lenda. Because now we have a step backfill as before. So it's deducted umhlaba occupy lenda usishiya lo. Clear. Yeah. Okay. Nansi ke ngoku brick pier ke ngoku. Pricing ngiyayenza ne? Anikayenza brickwork pricing. Okay. Ithini unit measurement ye brickwork as the standard system.
Measurement
square meters. We're curious about why what is this one? Square meter, eh? But you didn't read the standard system, so how do you know?
No, it's screen.
Goba.
But why in the measurement?
That's why you need to go to Eastern
Judging
system.
from what I see, the cubic meters.
But ithatha kwi-standard system yirule that when measuring brick piers, you measure it in cubic meters. Omnye umuntu ke ngoku is gonna come enengqondo yoba wazigqaba i-brickwork square meter afuna uzomejarisha i-brick piers in square meters, which is going to be incorrect. Not that awunokwazi uyenza. It just means i-problem ye-brick pier is that ziya-overlaphana ii-bricks zakho ne?
Yeah.
And then enye ithi, so it's not entirely uba enye ikule position nyhani ne? Because ziya-overlaphana. You can't really say uba enye belongs to enye icala, enye belonga kweli icala, yabo? Basically it becomes one brick per icala ke ngoku, depending on the size ye-brick pier yakho. We measure it in cubic meters, brick pier. Yeah? Hence, put a mass brickwork set in stock bricks in 1:4 cement mortar in attached piers. Yeah? Now, lena size basis calculate up. Now, the reason you have to do your own so that you can get that. As you don't need to be like, even if you, let's say in a test, if you have done land, you can just take a photo, upload in the test paper, because even if I was a side class calculation, okay, makes sense. Umzekelo ngoku bekukho iquery Mr. Dryer nayo ba kukho abantu abavubane answers akayazi abazicalculate njani. Unfortunately ke mna ndizenzile mna i-side class calculation, abanye abazenzanga for their own reasons endazozithetha, but ke abantu bazenzile zonto. Uthi Mr. Dryer ngoku ifani because akakwazi noba akakwazi nokunceda uba okay uyibhuthe apha or uyibhuthe phi. That's fine. Okay. So it clearly in terms of mass brickwork. So now we are coming to finishes to the wall. 220 brick wall. It's okay. Okay. So nale part nizayibona ke pha kule nto yakho. Nizayibona kwi pricing. Remember, if your wall is gonna be faced, then I need a plaster, the plasterish. Yeah. So okay, it finishes to wall. It deduct 220 brick wall and circular stocks brick as before, and 220 brick wall in golden brown facings in 1:4 cement mortar in English board, including 4 facing and pointing and jointing both sides. So pointing and jointing low, facing and pointing, and then now jointing low. Nayas must end your point and not joint. Okay, yes. Uzayibona clean ibenhle because you finish. So okay, now this is the important part. Eating rule yethu when it comes to face brick. Let me put it like this. Eating rule yethu when it comes to a plaster when you get close to a ground level. Let's say you are plasterish. Plasterish, nansi ground. Yeah? That's an out big fill go up party. I've got big fill, so that plasterish.
Plasterish.
2 courses below.
Yeah.
Ayuzuphela bukupheleni nxa iplaster yakho. You need to go 2 courses below.
Yeah.
You're just not gonna paint bar. Yeah. So even like we're facing thing. Nalapha ku-facing it's the same. I-height yethu yelentuza yethu besithenga bani ngabe siyenzile apha. So okay, so ngu-2450. Okay, then nanku kule ntusi your two courses below to give you lo 26 ngako ndikwi-break piers ngandikho kule nto ndibalekile hayi ndim ndinqamile sendikude. Okay, so i-Facebook yethu ne in terms of i-height yedonga lethu nangu-2150, we need to go 2 courses below. Ne asizove si cut off wazidibana nenca, we need to go 2 courses below. Ne hence we'll get low 2 times 85 to 2320. Ne? So this is 75 plus a joint, just in case really bad. Yeah. So that's that. So what you are doing in essence, you are just removing esi skin C1 silapha ngaphandle. But ke ngoku i-face brick macala, so that's why you have to use 230 lo lentos no 225. In the case of ba brick wall ne like this ne kweli plaster ngapha lentos, you wouldn't be using 225 because sebenzisa i-half yakhe to take elacala. Yeah, but ke ngoku it's the whole wall lonke idonga lakho is face brick macala. Ditto circular on plan, same height, same dimension as circular on plan, and deduct brick wall insulated stocks bricks as before. Nansi ke lento bendizama ukwenza yona. Yabo lo ditto lapha only speaks to this one. Yeah? Hence esithi end phinda zobhala le, because this doesn't mean this only means this. Okay, and then extra over for facings, pointing and jointing in English bond golden brown facings, pointing and jointing 1:3 cement mortar to walls, the wall ends. I think it's clear, it's quite clear wall ends, because napana you'll be able to look at face brick how joining up, so it's the same thing. Yeah, I think it's straightforward. 225 by the height by amacala 2. Okay, and then ditto but 2 piers. Now this becomes easy because as God needs description, so you don't need to. So this means this but 2 brick piers. That's okay. 4 sides could brick pier, 4 times 0.45. So all round brick pier 450, 450, 450, 450. Times the height 2.62. Your again would be different from lay height, because the height of the pier in the yes. So now times 2. So Leandro just means that below like 2 courses, see 8 layer face break, you will have your normal stock break. For example, I was going to face break from below powers up. You have that la normal stock break kanye mambara whatever long to be fine. Okay, so say about 5. Deduct ditto. Okay, so you are just deducting again then. You selected stock break again. Yeah. So then uphelwe esi space. Otherwise, would deduct your selected stock break. Yeah, that's deduct ditto. As before, deductor there, we're just deducting this. Because you won't give material to measure we were doing normal selected stock break. So since we are saying if facing says golden brown, you need to deduct that stock break was measure. Yes. Lena kefe cutting squint quem plus bed's mouth I think ezezindawo ke fair cuttings 2.32 times 2, so uzoyenza ngokwe height. Yeah, uzoyenza ngokwe height, uyakwenza nakulaa brick pier ingafo le nto. Cut. And then ibe coping, precast concrete coping, but second ayibona mos idongela ne-coping nje. Akhona mos apha esikolweni. Ikhona amadongela ane-coping apha esikolweni. So it's just, this is just a precast element, okay? So precast concrete coping blocks, set size 275 by 75 with 200 to 2 center weathered top, including finished smooth on top, 2 sides including bedding and jointing, 1:4 cement mortar. Look, land on it, it's a very, even a pricing guy, it's a very weak item because the coping is, as I say, precasting act, but it's about an joint, hence we never bed on top of the lendos. Then it's about an joint, so you have to do it pointing and jointing to make it neat between as panels it was out figure the pattern. Yeah? So hence basically 2 sides because el up because it means someone's body caps, same thing like a caps, same thing, just then the pattern. So that's that. Then you just use 10 point don. And this is important, Lena. Same thing like a capping angle. Once you go circular, you can't use all 1 meter. Because a cap, even the coping might come as 1 meter length. In the circumference, you need to use a 500. But 500. So the cost is not going to be the same when you are pricing something on circular and on lentos, because the price yearly is about more because these are in a big length, these are in a smaller length. And there's more work, there's more carrying up because the items is 0.5. Who do you find circumference? But it's the same thing, you're just putting and bedding the lentos coping across the wall. Extra over detour for stop ends. Yes, like this is stop end. Now as a supplier, what you do when you have this, you just call the supplier like with Tirango, APPE. Tirango will clearly be coping like a malin as stop ends like a malin. Hence you just measure it in number because this is into a precast. Just put. Yeah. Okay. Now then you bed mouths. Extra over for irregular angle 1. I'm just not sure of his items is, but the angle open. Nobody does some sort of pre-manufactured. Nancy gele ye lentoza ye brick piers le izaba square le precast concrete coping 550 by 550 by 125, top of 4 centers weatherboard, finished smooth to top plus 4 edges including edging 1:4 cement mortar as well. So which is pointing and jointing as before. Then this is Z2. So it's Z2. Then that's the end of this. And then it's just become more easy again because it's just gate. Just describe the gate by team. 4mm thing Merandi, French length, bracelet gate. That's okay. Same thing as how described by FLPP. So that's later you should just memorize Lendoka. Isolated gauge. Because I don't think you'll be able to look at it drawing but as long as components inside. Yeah. but can is I price again FLPP, so we're gonna need to reclaim again. Like this is just it's the item. Gate is image number as per standard system. Yeah. Hence in city balekile is standard system because you are just you take and by type. How's your measure square meter gating? You need to measure it in number, you know. But when you vanish, you need to measure it in square meters. Because in a surface area again. Yeah. So now 2 course vanish, general 21 surfacing. Yeah. Like bonus like calculations how they get to as izinto. Yeah, but I think ezinye should be just straightforward minus izinto. Yeah. 0.25 length. Others, do you think you can into any filter happening at the and bitter? 2 coats linseed oil, bags of frames. Yes, just bags the frames car. So 0.11 by 1.85. Yeah. Yes. I think this is the standard which is 0.11 by 0.7. The industry, we don't really bother too much about doing yeah, we just take it overall. Yeah. I won't really but repeat part because negligible because there hasn't you can just take a brush and 300 millimeters at. It's like a doctor's narrow weights, ne? Once narrow weights as exceed 300 millimeters. Some things you just measure it in meters because it's negligible. I agree on DQS teacher thing, but as DQS did do it in square meters still because it's still painting, ne? But this is the argument. I have a roller. It's just gonna say straight and this did it. Yeah, so that's just a meter. It doesn't have to. But get it. So even Alena once it means as negligible that are below 300 millimeter gap. Tina, we don't really overstress of we don't overstress over industry. Yeah. Okay. Right. But just for your own care, for your own purposes. Okay. Now 108, ne? Now 108. Yeah. Nancy ilenduza 69 by 108 merandi repeated frame, ne? Fixed to wall, ne? Fine. 69 gap, 108 gap. You also want to know by repeating bani. So repeating, the assumption would have to be coming from either 44 low, 44 thick, okay, getting 886 pound, consisting of 22 by 108 and two sides 22 by 69 patterns in open pattern. So now I'm going to 69, yeah? 69 by Chitangai. Yeah? Remember, Lena is just a frame, yoba. You must, it's like a frame, but it is a blender. So the 69 thing would become here. Yeah. So between 2 by 69 patterns in openings. Yeah. So hence again we up two sides of la 69. Yeah. La 69 will go. Yeah. So that becomes 138 138 plus 104, which is 108 nale. Yeah. It's just a vanish, but then you show again, but it's just for your own information, just for about who understand, okay? But yeah, 69 by 69, but okay, now 69 by 2 now 108. Makutshela ngathi abafuna uyivanisha elinye icala eli. Oh, okay. So eli balenza apha eli, like le back le, nansi bayenza apha, le back of frames le bayenza apha, abayenzi apha kweli, yabo. So bayenza apha efront le kweli cala le, then le back le bayenza apha. So by 1.85, and then naba yi-top le, naba phezulu apha 0.1 by 0.0, 2 times i-referencing around. Oh, Mr. Dry ke lo 2.7, ngitsho 0.7, nasi ngithatha trickles, clear matte varnish, gauge both sides, square meter up. Oh, 69. 69 times 1110, 0.11. I'll just have to look through le uba ndimbuze Mr. Dragon uba sasifike njani apha kuyo, yabo. 12 millimeter bolt, bolt expansion bolt. So 1, so kungena 3, 1, 2, 3
times 2. Awesome.
yeah, kweli cala. Yeah, inside and outside wings. How did I me press part hinges? 1, 2, 3. Yeah. And then 150 long press sliding bolt to keep umshudo. Does I like umshudo and velvet?
Oh.
Lady.
Okay, morning away better.
Xa umshudo xa usiya hardware ukuthi ufuna umshudo uba uthe ivelvet bangakunika ivelvet nayo, but ivelvet iyakwazi uba ncinane ibe ilithiwe. Umshudo wena yile ngokuyintsimbi ingathi inkulwanyana khinci ibe liqhaga padlock, ibe sispringi laa nto uba xa izivalekela igate, like it's almost like i-strong arm. I-strong arm yasazi, i-strong arm sifaka apha ecangweni, sifakwa kule ndawo, sifakwa apha nalapha, so that even ityambo yanyaka yazivalekela alingaveli besilungu. Then ke nizokuncedisa mna umntu ongabhizanga kwi-pricing mhlawumbi ningabikho limited kwi-site work yodwa. Ndincedise mna nina pricing. Niyifunda mas pricing. End of gate. So iphelile lena ne?
Yeah.
In terms of understanding yenu, how much of this do you understand? Ilemba yeke le part ba ungayenzanga ne? Yeke lo part. But how much do you think you understand of it? Like if you are given a drawing, would you be able to calculate length? Let's say you are also given the application bar manual reference akuyi manual jonga kuyi ba ibisithini item kwindawo ethini ibisithini item kwindawo ethini. Do you think you'd have a problem measuring this?
No.
Thank you for your answer. So this is how you should act as DQS or student QS, whatever name is bizarre. You shouldn't say into awukwazi uyenza because we haven't tried it. Never can we try.
Then yeah,
but most likely awuzuyibhuda kakhulu ne? Even le into ne? The only thing that could maybe give you problems are E1. These dimensions ningazinikwanga ezinye apha ne? But if you look at the drawing, you doing that you think can be difficult. Yeah, how you analyze the drawing based on what we have looked at, what do you think can be challenged at? Okay, let me ask you like this. Ninayo i-height yedonga? Long? Short?
Sure.
Short. Okay. Ninayo size ye-footing? Goodbye.
9,000.
9,001.
9.
Okay, let's be practical.
Okay, 1.
Let's be practical. 9 meters must be so I want 14. Yeah, got more than 9 meters.
Some 1,000.
I think you just use the practical. Who's 9 meters colored?
1,000.
You'll never even find them 6 meters size of 14. So when the floor was I went the 14 or when the floor una thickness.
Yeah.
Okay. Nina height suka from ground level
Yeah.
to top of the footing. Okay. What else do you need? Coping now as one called coping. Difference up and naked. It prepares the losing up. A1. And then what else do you have? A fan.
What else?
Let's go for wall ends.
You have to calculate the second.
But you simple must know formula to do that.
Okay.
So that length, we don't length. So why the section here pa table a section bounds and all. That's the only challenge in Ghana. But if I say to you, imagine you don't have a zinc. You only have this wall and that brick pier. You can't hang pitches. So the issue can only be this. But nalapho yintoni ngayi-issue apha because yaqala le nto uba ngu-150 andithi nantsi isitsho uba ngu-150 le ndawo and then le ngu-5 ngu-650 675 ne? What else do you not know? Le uyayibona ne? Le uyayibona ngu-50 yona by 450 ne? But what is your question? Andifuni de ndibuze ngokwam le question. Ndifuna nani niyinothise idrawing bakwenzeka ntoni. Okay, let's say your first item of measurement now maybe iyeke lena ne? Because let's say you are clear about lena ne? When you are doing is, let's say you are separate just as piece. Maybe first item was a measure this. The critical thinking thing. Utwa says like it on Kawaka. What do you first do?
Sakalen.
Le pista na lege ngokithe ngabe dongi nansi yabo naze pista ithe ngabe dongi. How would you build it? Kama sikale kanjalo, how would you build land? Just go for it suko yiki. Thetha nengicinga. How would you first start? Usesayithini lo selikhona idonga sithi idonga lethu liyakholaphsa sidinga all support sidinga nje usakhele le nto. How would you go about it?
To excavate for land and the footing for land.
What do you think? What do you think, man? What would they say? So, what would you do first?
Excavate.
Okay. Yes. So, my question to you. Itini with a trench for land.
Yeah, trench.
Because obviously, siyayazi uba iqala apha le nto, ne? Siyayazi uba eli donga lihleli phezu kwale footing, ne? Ne? We know that part, ne? But we've got as dotted lines, kuthiwa kuthi makho X10. Yeah. But what is the size of as dotted lines from here to here? What is it? That is your question. But as EQS would that can we say ikohlule ke ngoku. What would you do? Wazama nawe kulokutala. Ted. Lendithi. Okay, let's put it like this, ne? Indlu yakho ngoku. Ne? Obhatala wena, ne? You need to give instruction about mawathini apha.
What we extend by the size of this here.
But look, what is informing law? What is giving you that information about mawenze loo nto? Kwi-industry yethu, you need to be able to say why I said this. Ndiyayiva yona ipoint yakho, but xa kuthiwa why did you do that, uzawuthini? Okay, let me give you a tip on how to address izinto. I-true factor niyazi? Isetyenziswa xa kutheni i-true factor? Xa kwenzeka usikelela ntoni? Oh. So as EQS, what do you think you must do? Xa ufika kwinto ubomba andiyazi le size bangubani?
Scale.
Yes. Then you will know about what is this size from here to here. Then you will know that you only need to excavate only from here to here because this one is already on the existing footing. But in order for land to buy more support, could I extend the footing? For only this, and then I left never yenzele yayo. As do are just to support it on lingateli, just to give support good on. It's not really I don't know. Why try to factor move? You can try it so that try out wins to factor move so that you guys go and try land on it and then need to mail up online. Need to mail WhatsApp because I did it in Lena. This one is more or less straightforward in a gauge. This is just a brick pier, this is just a wall. This is the circular part of it. Ne? The challenge would be, I'm assuming, Lily. Do you agree?
Yes.
You agree?
Yes.
Okay. I'm saying to you, as EQS, when you are faced with the dimension as uncertain, kwathiwa kumithatha scale rule. Thatha nale scale rule. Ufuna ndendithe that. No, I just want to say, will you be able to scale uyenze true fact so that if awukwazi siyenze? Ndiye ndingathengi incwadi madoda, kwenzeka ntoni nalo? Ezi ncwadi ezozohombisa madoda. But ibhaliwe bafunda phaa true factor how it works. Measurement over scale.
Oh, we can measure over scale.
Yes. So how would you go about it?
So every measurement is measured size.
This is how it works. This is how it works. You identify every dimension the drawing. Eh?
Yeah.
Okay, but let's leave this. Let's say it's scaled differently too, because I want to see ratios as fun. You would come here. Yeah? Okay. No scaling around now. Okay, like starting 1 is 2. Starting 1 is 250. And the other is the scaling I have. And flows like that because as far as sizes are. Let's detail you. Yeah, this is more or less. Yeah. So 1 is 250. Yeah? But I think it can be photocopying. I'm going to 255. There's almost 259. So what you need to see the error margin, you need to take 2550 2550 divide it, then do the which is maybe 24 something.
It's not 255 0 name.
So that ungayilibali bhala 2550.
2550.
Yeah. Okay. Masifunde ke ngoku apha. So 2 4 4 5 2 nangu kaloku nangu 5 here. 4 4 and a half 2450 50. Then you calculate. Then use of my true factor yakho ke ngoku. I like it true factor biti. Okay. Mamela. Masithi lento awuyazi lento ibibhala apha ne. What would you say? Masithi mhlawumbi uyagula. Say leave it sick leave. Ushiwe umsebenzi wakhe kuthiwa agqibezela. Xa ufika kukho into enje, what would you think leyo? Nakuba yintoni? Ayikubhalwe uthi ne? Mhlawumbi wathi nguthi kwathi. Yes, because ubhale T. That is why you need reference so that umuntu comes and says, okay, true fact. Yeah. Wo ubhala uthini? Noma ixesha lantoni? Awusokola usebenza nomsisi ubhala uthi abashefa. Noma nguthi ube. Now this means when you want to calculate something, you need to do this way. You can even do it from here and then deduct back, but you just need to do this. So if this is 500, if we learn 500 millimeters, 1 meter, look, this is 150. Now 150 will take. But then the 150 will take is a true factor because we are scaling it. Yeah. Now the answer if man have times in an end to make sure by is the correct answer. Yeah. Because I cannot say 100% 150. Yeah. So now 100. 100.
Yeah.
But John. It's almost now. The women are paying. So I'm 152, 151. You guess game go because
I'm not supposed to put it there.
Each one now. So it questions like a lendu zakho.
But it's
150. Yes, then you need to times it look when. Times lendu ibona about 150 times it. The true fact.
156 point.
Yes, but the lecturer is gonna say that we scaling. I was bad wrong because you showed that you scaled the drawing because when you got dimension. Then you need to take all round extra all round. So between the 6 7 don't make 14 yana 1 15 all round all round. So that ube nayo ke ngokuba ithini i-footing yakho apho ne-excavation yakho njani the extra khetha uba uyiva so that ndiyiphinde ndenze ngoko-green ne. Now you need i-foundation up ne around le nto le pisana yale nto. So you need okay le ndinqena uzoyifaka apha yale nto inse ndayifaka apha yazi okay andiyifaka apha yiyeke. So this, let's say this ne le ndawo is le ne nesifakelele lena ndithi. So this is the blue part ne. This is the blue part. Asizuyifaka ngapha ne because it's already resting on i-footing. So safaka only kule ndawo kwezi ndawo zijikayo ne nalapha. And then kofuneka lena nayo iskeyile kofuneka si-ede u-50 le instead of la 150 senze ngohlobo uthina ngalo. So kofuneka si-ede u-50 apha kofuneka si-ede 150. So what I'm saying to you is that now you need to add ne yebo uphele apha yebo but u-add abani so uzothi 675 ne faka 150 ngapha faka 150 ngapha yebo. But upper 150 is gonna start from here and then but upper called repeat upper so awuzumfaka up uzamphelisa up yeah. So that'll 675 fake 150 fake 150 that becomes singayibala ngo bala by calculating 675 plus 300 around 975. That is the width yakho ne the width yakho by only from upper ne and from up let's change 50 nalona ne let's change 50 must le uzapha. So it's gonna be this. So what I need 50 by 50 more. That's 50 by yabona ngosembeza la corner 50 by 50 the corner ne. And then from upper do we have a dimension from okay 50 yeah 50 by 50 by thickness and then yeah 50 by 50 by thickness for up and then we're going to 6 975 by 50 by thickness yeah pelele up called repeat up so says we'll 50 by 50 up and then you come to the yeah 150 I'm putting 150 150 by 150 no 150 by 150 up like one ne kule corner 50 by 50 by thickness ne the footing by thickness the footing ne as the thickness of footing ne. So now the question is this: if now we know but we can calculate lena separately as items ne you can calculate lena you want it ne brick pier ne if no it no and uba uthi ewe and undothi ewe then kanti akayiminishi ne. I'm saying based on what we've done here you can calculate this fihlali must fihle lento eziningi you can calculate everything with label PA1? That's my question. According to what we have looked at here. My point is this. Can you take that description for equal x, which is 220, when your upper is about 220 to have money wall yakho? Upper you're just gonna say 330 wall, brick wall. Yeah? And then you're gonna calculate the height upon, which is you're gonna take this and this, but remember, be careful of something. Yes, this, yeah, okay, now the wall yakho. 425 times 100 ikhona i-footnote apha kwinote apha ebalulekileyo. Note pier rises 450 above top of building wall, ne? Yeah, ne? Uchiwo, ne? So if we are looking at this section as a brick pier, ne? It means you have to take your 450 and deduct it up.
So let me include a lot
because I want my ila. So you will need to we reduce, yeah. You'll need to reduce it, because now from my point of view, this represents la lentos, la pier also, yeah. And then my other assumption is this. Le footing, 900,
Not 9,000.
Not 9,000. Because of why? Because Jonga lentos are each. This thing. 450 by 450. So for it to be a cent, I've not 900 by 900. But to address Londo, you write a note up. My assumption, my assumption is this. Size of this is 900 by 900. Yeah. With then we would pose another question back. This cannot be the same size as this. So this must be less. But now you just take a scale rule. Scale it, what's the true fact? Then we make the assumption. But my assumption is that this might be a 750. Yeah, 750 by 750. But then if you go 300, 330, can't calculate. It could be 900 or 850. 330. Yeah, it could be. It could be. But the problem is that so what I would advise me nalapho makusebenza true factor up uscale lento yabo iwidth yale lentuza yabo. How do you do that? Thatha iscale ruler uye phaa dimension maker 4, you can even go to length. Yeah, no, it's more or less no, yeah, you can use length. So 150 same thing. So you can use that true factor in half. Yeah. Then you can just take Lena. Yeah, it's almost 99. Oh boy. It looks like 950. Looks like 950. But then this would be bigger almost. 1.1. Yeah. So me advice ne. So it's a true fact with foundation lena. So it's a true factor upper glendos, the foundation in up yale brick P. And then ubhale true factor but xa usenza i-descriptions akubhale true factor. Then ayazi by true factor yakho uthini. So be wrong unless uyagula yena. So again, question again. You may be challenged that you think you're gonna have with clay exercise. Because for me, as long as you take as descriptions, you can write as descriptions. What was long? Yes. You can do it the same way. And then when it comes to easy and as decent, you can just treat them thousands I measurement and also do measurement is yeah. So I'll figure up yayibona was excavation ye-brick P kasifika kuyo concrete le. So remember nokwenza i-collects kwela hlobo for esi structure sodwa and then when you get to le brick P you're gonna uzawuscala le nto uba ngu-1.1 uzofaka 1.1 by 1.1 by i-depth, which is i-depth izawufana for i-excavations yabo apha ilistini or i-deduct le okay nantsi i-excavation yayo iyafana it will be the same depth as your normal wall and then instead of uba apha ungafaki into you're gonna add yabo
instead of
zama uthi apha yabona uba iye yaphela khange kuphinde kufakwe into because bekungekho
so uza-add
ezi pieces ezizinto yabo. You can call it a wall nip. That is in nip is. Yeah. Wayikhumbula?
Ndiyayikhumbula but andisayikhumbula.
Anza uzakhumbula uba uthi uzathi wall nip.
Ndiyayikhumbula ubani ibhala.
For our reference apha uzawubhala nje le size uba in terms of excavation you're gonna have to put lo 97 for extra by 150 yabo and then no 50. So what you could do actually not 975 plus la 150 ujika lakhona then 112 by 0.15 which is going to be the thickness of the lentus, the thickness of the excavation by I don't know it depth but so it depth here to this is 750 number 1.1 1.1 4 plus 7 1.150 yeah so it's about yeah so just take 975 add 150 lo ungena apha ekoneni that gives you the answer and then uthi width ke ngoku so basically this is what you will be saying. Yeah 975 plus 150 lona which gives okay 975 this is up belapha andithi bephela apha mos 975 igqibile plus lo 150 lo lapha ekoneni so wenza into ebu-center line that's what you are doing uthi 975 plus 150 975 plus 150 that is 1125 then i-width yakho is also 150 because of say extender only that part yeah. So izaba ngu 1.125 times 0.15 times if we concrete you put 0.4 kai concrete as thickness but kai excavation it would be 0.125 times 0.15 times 750 plus 400 1.150 that's excavation that's concrete yeah your wall should be the easiest. Yeah, your wall is just going to be a 150 wall times 675 times the height, which is the height is going to be the same as your wall height. And then upper, it's just 450, 0.45 times the height. It's going to be a 50 millimeter thick wall up, then it's going to be 150 thick wall. Yeah, must take him because and fulbani nibeni the best way xa ufuna ufunda into uba ipeni ingaphathwa ndini. So I need challenges, but what do you think can challenge you in this drawing? If we have agreed that you'll just use the true factor to determine any dimension you do not see. Manje nisuggest nifuna sithini? Funa siyenze? Siyenze? I know it depends on you, ne? Now I know that. I know most likely this will be easier because we have just gone through lane. Ne? The only difference between lane and lane is that ukala brick piers Z2 uli upper E1. Ne? That's the first difference. Second difference is this piece and as a nibs is left. Ako gate. Dimension page. So start with the collects. Nasinika usizilo i-calculator ngapha ya ukuze isidlele sizake senze isidini. So ithini size ye-wall sis kwelacala? Kaloku ngiyabhala. Nakulima ukuchazela isize yedonga ngapha ya. Ithini size ye-wall? Ithini size yayo? Hi.
2,550. It says your wall.
Oh.
Not the height.
With 330.
330 wall, yes. Okay.
And the height?
And then must carry in height. So when uzocela ubhala iba makabhale SP, adibanise SP dimensions. So that I ayibhale as a side cast calculation layer one. Wenza ngolu hlobo, ne? So that you know that this is how you calculated the height.
2,552 plus 750.
Okay, bhala ngolu hlobo.
2,550 plus 750
gives you
3,300.
Okay. Now let's go and identify zonke as straight amadoda, so that you separate it from the circular part.
Okay, this one. 3,375.
3,375.
Ayizukubhidisa loo nto xa yenza apha.
3,375.
Like
And straight.
Qalasela idrawing. Qalasela. Khona indawo straight pha.
I feel the part.
Spot.
Chuza, siyibuza.
675.
Chuza, siyibuza.
75.
Yeah,
Le nto it's about confidence, ne? Xa uyibona uba i-straight indawo, just take it so uyidawuta uphinde ucinga uba mhlawumbi ayikho straight. Okay, so that's your collects, ne?
Yeah.
Take that collect uyifake endaweni yayo.
Are we not going to measure the circular part?
Circular on plan. Why bother just go about we company about circular on plan lentus? Okay. So
you calculate the circular on plan. You can calculate
we need to get to its center line. How do you get to its center line? You can look like drawing. But how do you get to its center? Because you are this side. It gives you a chance to calculate its circumference. You are not in the wall.
You can only divide the size of the wall by 2.
Yes. Because the figure at the center can.
Okay, so bad. 3 to 50, then you oh, don't go back. It's 3 to 50. So then you have a sense of then to divide and go by half. Half yeah.
Yes.
Then, since you got a chunk, then you can divide by quarter times 1 by 1/4. Yeah. You were sure.
Draw a line up a card.
Okay.
Money answer card.
Another chunk.
Yes, you can watch it. You can watch it.
And I divided
3 divided by 2. No, it is 3 divided by 2. Then multiplies. Multiplies 3254. Yeah.
3, 4, 15.
Then that's the formula. 2 pi times what? There is
2 pi.
So we go on. Now quarter of the system for the rebellion. Now go to the formula. Nala quarter.
Okay. You go for the calculator.
If you want to move pi, you can
No pi, look at it. Okay.
Pi times 3, 4, 5, 2. Is it fine?
Kalau ni kita orang buat alum, buat kau faham alum.
Kalau boleh tell Lena times Lena ni, then that divide and go for.
Right. Macam ni macam tu.
Okay, uncle.
Depan dia ada.
Okay, uncle. 5, 3, 6, 4, 22.
Ciao. To prove length. Yang tadi, baru buat jangan. Ada apa pai, mana buat jangan. Jadi kan apa pai?
Pi times 2, 1, 3 times 2 divide by 4.
So you correct.
3 to 1.
So you team bila dia.
Yeah. So it's 5.
Okay.
No, 5.36 there. 5.36.
Okay. Here's another question. Losses apinda kuule ne? Aye we sick leave. Into presentation like. Or will you just assume by yes because bonelli you'll know what this is.
then what B up.
I suppose, but will you be able to read a guy?
Oh, okay.
What in Neil was up in your body in description. So it's great a cow sign. But initials are. Yeah. In terms of the contract,
Yeah.
In terms of the construction industry, when you make a mistake with legal document, you just scratch and fag initials. Never typex. Yes, avoid contract typex. No, kaufake unil. You will take without value. This means your only description is out to the local description enter up. It's more neat. Kaufake unil knowledge. But in legal terms, you don't. That's you are allowed to do this in legal terms. 5 initials are. So muka by camera, kind of is the whole eye. No, it's fine. Today is about I don't know.
Then number C. Number C is calculated concrete and footings.
So says 18 is size 14. That is scale rule. Because look, once you've decided to use the true fact, rather just use it. Ne? Because it means it drawing anyway you won't get in as now as about. So that is scale rule and measure E.
Do I scale from here to here?
Man, 1 is to 50, ne? Now, so the pants with camera will say, vele now camera to eye corner. Scale like a wood. More. Yeah, about 900 yen.
900.
What robot? This is when.
So this one.
And Peter, this is when drugs like.
It's gonna be 900 by 150.
Can be clear.
400.
Lay clear, it's fine.
Okay.
It's clear. Yeah.
900
9 meters. We're putting.
by 400.
I'm not concrete in that means you're flat.
Even that.
And the footing 9 meters.
And then
with me?
Yeah. Many size.
Okay. Now what do you need to do? Remember, circular on plane is only applicable to brickwork. Yeah? Now what do you need to do in terms of concrete?
Add them. You understand now? So it's 4.05 by your plus 5.36. Mine going for 1.
I think I didn't make a chance near. I don't think you beat it. Do you think you beat? Go. I was there to tell you to take a like the egg and getting quick again. That's a guide.
Like 450 plus 1.
So okay, who's this local calculator? by now should be already telling you by depth the excavation team. Do you want to show how you got loan? So that you might live.
750 plus 400.
750 by 400.
2 plus. Excavation. Yeah.
Okay. Go on, any items of me measure.
No.
Then you must end.
Then up. Then it's pala center line.
You can do. So the problem here, this is the problem. I want at least the confidence. Problem. Don't feel that you're wrong. God, I'm wrong. Ne? So I'm right. Guys, it's vala. I go vala.
Block.
Line.
Then did you? Nancy guide yakho uyayibonisa ukuba kwenziwe ntoni. Block and connects. Yeah. Ifani kuba umuntu ongabhali ibe nguye ongathi ufresh kule nto. Wena ubhalayo. Right. Now go to ke ngoku. So belivule le page yakho. So that uzakwazi ukuphi connects ngapha and then uye kule nto. So masithathe le ine-excavation ndinikeni ke la maphepha ndizama ndivulela. Okay, now you are actually doing the actual measurement. Yeah?
Yeah.
Excavation, you should know description off by heart. For surface trenches.
Not exceeding 2 meters deep.
And
set aside.
For
backflow
or
cutaway.
Else and backfilling to
trenches and holes. With excavated material.
as before. Yes. That's all.
Which is your column is
9.4.
And then one
With.
And then be with, which is like
900.
900. And then I like 1.1. You want maybe extra over.
Yeah. Confidence. Sucinga wrong yintoni le ucinga uba uyenzile wrong?
Andidibana nam ndizathi hard rock because I've tried long man.
Akho hard rock. You don't have to put a drop like that.
So according to my stipale kwalento.
What drop? Once apa ingakukhaziwe apha kwi-exercise. You don't have to put what drop if awuphelelanga. I don't think uphelelwa because hard drop. Ne?
Ayi.
So usenze hard drop pa. Depend wayehumba la drop ifuna uyihumba. Depend akuwe.
But wayithethela mama uyayilanda wazikhona wayithethela ngalo what?
You don't need to.
Then you're gonna say that it is measured in meter squared. But you can't
yeah, this is what you do. Depending on if the engineer may give you a percentage. Remember,
yeah,
if foundations are provisional, they are subject to but also citing sections of the actual works. These are measures. So you might be given a percentage. Soft rock 5%, hard rock 10%.
Yeah.
Lo nto uzayenza njani uzawuthini uzathi after i-excavation ubhale extra over for ilentos for i-soft rock ubhale i-percentage uthi times 5% ufake so this times la percentage gives you the percent of soft rock and then uthi ditto but hard rock ushiye indawo equals into enje uzawuthi play case let's say if being 10% was at 10% ne would equals cubes ne then that would mean this times 10% gives you a cubes the hard rock this times 10% gives you cubes the hard rock so square meters on us out is on you never use square meter for hard rock for excavator anyway but you use square meter excavation, you use it to plan up working space. After excavate for working space. Ne? But you tell them, I want you to excavate 1,500 millimeters away from the structure. Ne? The reason you give him a meterage, you give him a center line, then you give him a depth. Ne? You only tell him that you have allowed 1.5. The reason why I check from either 2 dimensions is because you don't know how much space as I need. Maybe you might not need 1.5 car, maybe you might need 2-3 meters. So you leave it up to him to convert as a square meter to 3 meters to cubic meters. Yeah. So you got an extra over for working space, extra over excavations for working space. You measure it, you this in a width. Ne? And then you have I'm a totally netted. You width we about description. Allow 1.5. So when it was calculated by team, it was based on how much working space do you need to have. Because in terms of 1.5, he will dig more. Yeah. But don't be worried about that. I found that person in the working space now. It's buying a day if I can talk. Is keep a layer because it's not applicable.
So keep excavation free from
Squeak, bad. Ganwag, Sumiega, I have. So, kumbe nantoni prepare okay umngane uzayixelela bithi ni size ye-basis iscale lana yesivume uba i-trench ngu-900 ne but scale apha on plan so iscale apha ku-section scale apha on plan yeah wrong but kube famous nawe nje. Notidonga lo.
Scale up.
Ufuna i-break kit, ufuna i-basing. Yaba 1.2.
1.22.
1.2. Will you be able to remember where did you get it from? If aniyibhala, that's the question yami. Singakahle. Funeka izinto kanizenza nizibhale apha so that lo muntu uyijongayo ne ayazi uba this is a scaled into because umafele kuzawuthi angakwazi undithatha ku-1.2.
So it's 1.2 to scale. Scale.
Is it scale or scale?
Scale.
Mamfaka kuthi
Scale. 1.2.
and then uyayazi uba yantoni yibheyisi okanye uyayazi uba yantoni loo nto okanye uzayireference apho okanye uzayireference apho okanye uzawona njani. I'm trying to get ubacinga uba second person ojonga le nto yakho must be able to say okay uyithatha nantsi undixelele uba uyithatha phi ku-1.2 phaye. Like unga-assume uba uyayazi uba uyithatha phi.
Bye.
Thini i-depth is
Plus 1.15. E1. There's no need
Yes.
to over
i-mango block. I-mango block.
Okay.
Oh,
Now.
mistakes is out.
Oh,
Where's that piece here?
Surface.
Naze ndiyibhalile nje pha.
Okay, 975.
You like 975.
No, 150.
Now it's because of his scale.
150 by 150. Then you know 975. Kitchen.
Nantsi kaloku ndiyibhalile nje le nto nantsa. Nantsi. Nakho excavation.
Okay.
Sound like 1 point.
But the issue, this is the thing, eh? At the back of your mind, you must always say, I found out miss, will she know about how did I get? Because they must know about how did you get to where you got, ne? So as side cast calculations, you can either, because 40 easy, was uploaded with this, ne? If I find by calculation, you can pick that 40.
So much is fine.
As long as I asked by Ella, you took this and that. No?
Sound like 1.125.
Nibambile le nto xa nityhafile engqibini. Energy andiyazi energy yeni.
1.15.
Sound like 1.15.
And then
Funeka nifote le nto before nihamba. Then nifote leya.
This is for
Amen. This is what I'm saying. Already we determined because yes, a scalar up.
yeah.
Bang 150. And it would tell 150 when I just by thinking about because we bang 150 low, ne? And you just assumed about let's say 150. But yes, I scalar and it lend up. Nas scaling circle. Sithathe sense true factor, ne? Subcomma and true factor bang 1,041, which is your value bang 1. Ne? 1 times 150, 150. We don't yes to that point you don't even need to say no 1 4. You just say 1 times 150 from 150 class it's 150. Ne? Then what we said is that since you've got, because remember iba kwisenta ile ntuza yakho ne, since this wall is already sitting on top of the existing footing, we don't need to dig for this part. We only need to dig the extra part, which is 150 wide. It's 150 wide. But then we need to do it all round. So up there is a recess up in 150. So we've already got a part for this wall from here to here. We've got it, but we don't have it for the recess. So 150 plus so 150 plus lo 9 lentus lo 9 tono nifamba uqala up famba. Okay, so this is the existing one,
yeah.
But no, this was the point, is that CSR 67 you don't do, tear again, because I'm trying to figure out something. Terrace. Yes, sir, we show that. Yeah, sure. Yeah. Yeah. I know. I saw small terra, ne? I saw small show, but nabe ndifuna uyenza ibe accurate to the point. Yeah, because I don't have information here, so it's difficult for me to make this assumption, yabo. So yeah. Yeah.
And then when it comes to the credentials,
yeah. Yes. No, so no, I so kage now when you move and ends and assume but this is what you've got. So akungatazo so akungatazo terrace. Yeah, so no, I got problem terrace. Okay, so no, I got problem so. Yeah. No, so akongatazo terrace. Akongatazo so. Sharp go, sure. Okay, I want to make a ibe enye lesingabhalanga kuyi ile drawing le. You drawing le. Okay, this is the one. Okay. This is what I want us to look at. Ne? From up, ne? From up, it's this part. Pilili markers, marker that orange. Okay. From here, ne? It's in there. It's this part, ne? And then so it's from here to and city. Okay, madienza go blue. So okay, so this is this ne. Ime all hlobo lento. Apho qala orange uphela khona ulentuza ne. And it this part is this part. This is where the footing yalapha ends, upper blue, ne? And then we are adding on 150. No, smells red, ne? We are adding on this, ne? So the question is this: from here, which is from here to here, 150, ne? Let's say so 150 from up. Now so from here to here, 150 ne? And then so that's this dimension, ne? And then from here, from the edge up, so which is the edge here too. Okay, so nansi lesingakhange siyifumane. Okay, nali idonga apha. Okay, kwafuneka 675 from here idonga, ne? We need something from here to okay, sinida a size of color. So we need to say, first add lay, and then say add lay. Okay, right. Unzimba wa DQS ne? Jongani ne? Lento funeka ndiyizobe kakuhle so that ibe clear. Okay. Funa again lento ne, so that sibe ne clear picture ne. Okay, nansi le footing ne. Okay, nansi le footing. Yeah. So what I want us to agree on ne, here is Q ne, but what I want us to agree on ne, is that from the calculation yam ne, it's 900 minus 330, which is the wall thickness here to ne, and divide low answer by 2. It gives me from here to here, do not 285. Yes, 285 ne? And then also from here to here 285 ne? So it means all around is structures I will have 285 ne? Yeah. Yes, okay, fine. Now I've already added 150 up ne? Dim 80 150 must add even from usuka ngasedongini, so which is here usuka apha ngasedongeni, ne? Okay, so what I should do is this. This is what I should do. 285, ne? From 285, so from here to here, 285, yeah. From 285, kuhleli khona 150. So basically from here to here it's 135, then 135 to here again 150. Challenge. So 285 happening, and this is 150 and it lender. So I'm left with 135, ne? To edge ne? To get me the 285, ne? Now I'm saying I must add 150 ne? Must add 150, ne? So 285 plus 150 for going up, ne? Yeah, 285 plus 150 going this way, which is in bani
435.
435, ne? That's going this way. And then going this way, so which is going this way, ne? I know that I've got 675, ne? I'm gonna add 285 so that I can center footing yam must cover izinto. So I must get 285 yeah, to keep this in the center of the footing, ne? 285 ngapha, and then I must add 150, okay? Yeah. So what I'm saying to you now is that 675 is just the wall, ne? And uhleli already kwi-footing existayo, ne? But I need to have a concrete all around la lentuza wami, ne? So I cannot just have it only under 675. I need to extend it, ne? Over ulentuza. So it will have to go iyotsho iyoba ngu-285, ne? Iyohlala ngapha ku-285, ne? Sisathetha intweni?
Yeah.
I think ndiyayiphazama kweli cala ndiyayiphazama. I don't think I must add lo lentuza. I don't think I must add 150 ngapha, ne? So let's say that's that. Okay, so lena is straight. Okay. No. Dim kuyenza nzima le nto. I-foundation yalapha, ne? I-foundation yalapha iveziwe nathi. Dim kuyenza nzima le nto. Kanti imali. Asike siyidrowe kakuhle le nto. Siyizume. Drawing there.
Yeah.
Okay, this is what is happening up. Yeah. Then we go They call it nib. Nze man kufuneka amagama esilungu amatsho nib. Nze. Remember ne? As EQS ne, you don't make up a specification kwezinye situations classically ne. Mna mistake I think ebendiyenza up, I'm making up new specification kodwa sikhona. So bathi ababafu. I'm going to draw lines of foundation ne? As per the plan. Bathi yabo. Ne? 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 Okay. Batsho bona ne? That is what they are saying. Now, the question scenario is that okay. Okay. All right. Now the question is we don't want to do it over measurement, and it. This one we've already done. See, excavate le ngokwethu le ndawo. Yabo? So indawo left ile. Yabo? Yile ke ngobe sesifumene uba ingu 150 ne? Ingu 150 ne? Ikala apha yona ngu 2500. So this is what is happening up. Unje ke overcomplicate izinto ezisimple. Yeah. Now go to 2500. Yeah. But nansi i-cutoff yethu ebesesiyicastile. This part was already measured under la excavation le besiyenze eqaleni. So the question is, what is left? Ne? Sathi la ndawo left ngu-150. Ne? Sithe le ndawo ngu-150. Le ndawo left up 150 millimeters from here to here. Yeah. So we don't, because since Lendo it doesn't go specifically is the foundation, they just casting into a length times breadth times. Yeah. So there's no need for me to come kule ndawo nje bebe ngikandenza le ndawo ndazapha ekoneni ndathi 150 by 150. Le ndawo seyicasted under that original slab la ndawo bendisithi ikona. Yeah. So the only part ibinideka is this part. Oh, I will be drawing a clean man. But anyway, I think you understand today. Nansi le part ibidingeka ngu 150 by 2.5 by there. Yeah.
Okay.
If ibijikela, if the foundation ibijikela kanje ihamba as shape yalento, then I would have to do separately for le. Separate for le.
Okay.
But if foundation kalapha ithe
include 15 nale concrete yo.
Because it's straight if ayijonga, yabo. It does unfortunately I discriminate because I am brilliant. But ke ayikhethi ayithi izawuthi if bizaba 50 bizawuthi
I can't resist.
as thina iko racist. So I think clear bayo ke ngoku is that what we have to do apha kule ndawo is to make excavation le 150 by 2.5 by depth up kule part.
So 150 by 2.5
by 2.5 then by depth. So Lena is not, this is not the yeah,
supposed to be like
So I need to know
it depth should be the same. It depth, ne?
150.
It depth should be the same. It depth. Bunzulu should be the same. Because I when I was footing is at the same place. So net depth will be at the same place. Kwenza kanje ke kwilettuce. Yabona the importance of already drawing card. Study the drawing before you bale. Study drawing kakuhle, yabo.
So it's like 2.5.
Cancellation umngane. Hayi icelo zangomso.
Ngitsho ayingolantoza.
Ayiqondi tu ukuza.
2.5.
Ayizuba ngolantoza.
Iyafana idepth.
Ayizuba
Depth lapha is the same. Yonke lento is at the same position. So okay, so siyenzile excavation for i-brick pier ne ne-layer yezi-nibs z2 ne. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, bhala piers apha ubhale nibs apha. Okay, you can block off layer. So sigqibile excavation ne. Akukho nto ethi besingakhathi away anything ne. Okay, so now we are doing intoni risk of collapse. Okay. Hello. Sikhona kunjani?
Hayi man kulaa mcimbi hlo sendivele ndadibana neento ezinzima hlo.
Okay, sure. Ndiyathemba zinzimbi ezi. Ndiyathemba iintsimbi ezinzima zinzimbi.
1.15.
Hayi hlo akho ngxaki mani. Akho ngxaki. Ukhona umuntu ozawuza ngomso for enye lesson zonke. Uba intloko ayikho buhlungu. Uyabo? Lesiqale ngabantu bengo-10, 9, 10. Ngo-10. So now ngo-10 ngabo. Hayi busy ngo.
This is not a PH, no?
Akho ngxaki sho. Akho ngxaki. Akho ngxaki. Hayi akho ngxaki. Okay. Okay. Akho nkathazo sho. Akho nkathazo. Asendibone ngawo. Okay, sharp is.
So excavation pick
Nenze ipike ngo?
There's
Okay, so EP challenge. Ingase uyiqale kwenye page because uzawuphelelwa sispace. Okay, so yenzile ne? I-center line so uyifakile. La center line leya kula 941. Okay. Then you need to do ke ngoku for EPS and then kweli cala here you need to use your technical brain ne? Ask yourself where are you gonna do it here ne? So because remember ne njembe yabo nje uyimeasureisha up you are measuring it here ngoku ne? So which is you've covered le ndawo le which is from no 2.5 umcoverishile apha yabo into ayikhavarishanga izaba zezi ndawo zi2 aba aba 150 bahlayo ne. So now the question is this kuwe ke ngoku njembe sisithi ne funeka uthe times 2 sides ne yakhumbula
Yeah.
nekuthe times 2
Nakasithi times 2
kaloku i-risk of collapse awuzukwazi uyenza icala eliyi-1. So now you can use your discretion uthi no man eli cala nearly it's included kweli cala ne? So anything into yakho measured zezi ndawo zithi i-recess ezi aba 0.15 by 2.
So ndibabhala apho
Ewe nekuthi 0.15
by 0.15 0.15 but asizothi times 2 because it's
0.15 times i-depth, yes, awuzothi times 2, yes. Ingxaki into endibalekayo apha ne apha jonga yithi times 2 apha kulo 1.5 kulapha yeah, and then ufake i-depth apha, ufake i-depth scratcha lo because sabaya 3 dimensions, so ufake i-depth apha,
i-depth same depth.
So it's this times 2 times this, then block it off. So you are covering as part, as recesses now, as is li nali, which is flat drawing. You are just covering le ndawo nali, because lena is included kweli cala xa umeasure, because also because risk of collapse up in ndawo zabe concrete. Unless you are doing it in sections, then it will be different.
Then you send for piers.
Then for piers, yeah. I think the piers is more straightforward because the pier in the same size. So we bala 1 point something lower, the size of pier times 4.
2
times 4. Yeah?
That
Times the depth.
Depth is same or
Same.
Then 4.
One reference about uti nibs up. Yeah.
Then there's a for equal end.
Then what's the for equal ends?
You have 1 word.
Yeah, because layer says that's why it's nega apply ingqondo. So uyenzile apha for i-pier, obviously izaba yi-1 wall end. Yeah.
So one was
Wall end aloku yakho will go with the thickness of foundation. If your foundation yakho,
then it's a measure.
if you said mark, okay, so ithini width your foundation yakho, go to your foundations up. Yeah, go connect. Move excavation. So now the width yakho ile 900. So it's about 0.9 by depth. Bunzu. That is the end. Inye kalo. Do. Didn't make implication, eh? You know when you say a mistake with the times 2, it's got a cost implication. Those are times are outland. Those are faka more square meters from work how do you? That's gonna cost more. So hence you need to apply a technical 21 jonga in the drawing. That's lovely. Yeah. So now yeah, we finish this, eh?
There's nothing that you're gonna deduct.
Oh, so say put that's concrete. So depends on who connects now. I put the concrete. Now you need to do 15 MPa for concrete. Lula ne?
Ilula
xa uyenzile. Xa ungayenzanga ayikho lula. Ndineba ubhatalwa to do it. If ubhatala I'm sure uzayenza. Xa kukho i-incentive yemali, it's easier to want to know uba yenziwa njani nje. But xa kuthiwa uzobhala itest mhlawumbi awubikho ipressure iba ncinci. Le ndizoncedisana ndininike ii-drawings nenze i-taking off straight then nibhatale for i-taking off.
Yeah.
Then imotivation yofunda i-standard system izawunyuka
asinokwenza ndezomqalethi.
wenjani itable lunch pricing?
Reinforce.
Ndikubona i-pricing. Pricing ikho nzima. Inzima? Andithi ngoku ugalela i-concrete?
Yeah.
And then you're going to say and. Let's deduct that backfilling and then let's cut away. So you go to i-connect zakho ujonge size i-footing yakho.
Because what is the line which is
941. Now 0.4. Done. Then you need to go for brick pier.
Okay.
You don't ban 1.1. Size
1.20.
Yeah, 1.2 by 1.2 by 0.4. That's it. And then you go for a nibs, which is it's that long length times 0.15 times 0.4. No, 2 point something.
2.50.
No, 2.5.
2.50
by 0.15. 4 thickness. Not 1.4, but 0.4. Same thickness. Same as this. That's it. Then we reference by lay yendweting. Yes. Kubengeka suba saphoza amaslepo. Now you must be careful ke ngoku. Funda kula drawing, is it stretcher bond or is it English bond? Ibubhala wena ezinye indawo uzayijonga le nto uzawushiya le ndawo okay si-stretch. In selected stocks. In stretcher bond. Valid dimensions are
4.05.
That's the reason for you collect. You don't need to go to drawing back. Block off. And then, what is your next thing? Oh, zibalwe zodwa kanye ne-EPS. Okay. But in circular outline. Then ufake i-dimension yakho ka-circular outline.
5.36.
Okay,
in fact, I think bendi mistaken part and city must deduct in right le height ne. Tina, we need to add for the 450. We must add it. Ne?
No.
Not deduct.
Apa we wall ne. The pharmacy seems deducted apa lo
255.
Uphela pha kwilantos.
Yeah, suppose deducted 450.
Jonga ne. Tina, let's add xa sizakwenza i-brick pier ne. Then zezi into efuneka ziyideductele mna, I think zezi le nipple le deduct 2 courses for the support.
Fine. What's calculated into the nip?
Height in nips is Nambe ndithethe loo nto le uyithethayo ekuqaleni. But now there's not too much detail. Uyabona umzekelo le drawing is much better constructed le drawing le. Yabo. This is a better drawing than le. Yabo. Because lena iyakubonisa ikho ile nto uzayodwa i-brick pier yodwa ikubonise nee-bricks zodwa. Yabo. Lena even sinikwa in section. Yabo. So lena zeza nibs le. Yeah. Le says nips Z2. Lena ke ngoku senese lidonga eli. So let's take la footnote si edishe up yabo la fontontoni for columns. But it's all an assumption ne? Because of information is ayiphelelanga ne. It's an assumption. Umuntu oyaziyo 100% uba i-brick wall yakhe iphela phi ngwebezo.
So ndibhala ndithini ke?
Ubhale u-circular on plan ne?
Yes. So we must add here 450.
Add to 450, but ke ngoku ne? I would like you to do this. Yenza inip kuqala ne? But do it sebenza the same description.
It's not 3, is it 330?
In 150 land.
Brick wall 150 most.
In 150 A1 in nip, and then enye it is 450 ne?
So 18. 150 and 50.
The plan was 150, then
Yeah.
it did ditto but 50.
Okay.
So it was the same description as Lee. Yeah. In selected in
That you need brick wall.
or you can even I don't want to say no, I don't want to say no, right as a nip ne. I don't want to say ukunda siyibiza but it's almost like a cladding ne? But leyo yo-home base. It's for decoration. Lena is to support le. Kuwabona amadonga abane-columns is because you can't have a continuous wall without anything a support because it's donga lizard. It's the same situation up ne? But we've got into cobbling. Yeah, look at brick cobbling. Brick cobbling is not done for support, it's done for bush. Bona ngathi indlu ngathi nezi-steps khona abagqitha bebhaki ufake imbethe ezi-stand. That's just cobbling. But later it goes to your foundations. So this is not cobbling, this is for supported dome. Lingabhaklish. So that's a nip. Yeah, you can say it's just 150 millimeter brick nip in 1:4 cement mortar and stretcher bond. Thina ke siye industry, in terms of industry description, siye sithi and including uba kwi-brick force or any reinforcement siyifaka kwi-description apha kayifakanga.
So it's in the
I-height ne, I'm just saying thatha 85 by 2. 85 times 2 ngubani? 170. Calculate kuwena la.
170.
So deduct la 2 something formula ntos
That 170
kula height la
3,300.
yeah deduct 170
170. That's a really that's okay.
okay mark any. Now I need you to use, so it's 0.68 times low height. Kale height ke but then uzayicorrect ke ngenye ixesha lakho uzayithatha uyibeka lapha. It's fine. It's not like abazukwazi usquare and then lena it's a uzathi d2 blocker off up uthi d2 but 50 millimeter. Then it's the same thing ka uzaba ngu 0.45 0.45 times the height. Okay, then you can do this is our next brickwork. Okay, we need to do deductions. We need to do a deduction for like backfilling. Oh, you mean okay, on plan basis means circular on plan. Okay, my sense deduction is before AB and deduct edit cut away and EO extra over cut away as before. Yeah, so remember it's just okay. Now for a situation since okay, let's do it. Yeah, no, let's do it. Let's do the whole flow. Uzathatha ilentuza yakho le lo 9.41
center line.
Yeah,
9.41
and then uthathe i-thickness yedonga
0.33.
uthathe. Now we need to 0.75 blocker off, and then let's go to nip ezi zethu because nazo occupies a bit of space.
This 30 is
Mark
0.68.
Mark something. Something, but we need to deduct for up because this one is total. Yes, we need to deduct 0 point. We need to deduct fully. Where's nip zethu the occupier indawo ebizaba nomhlaba, so we need to deduct 0.15 ne? Okay, if no drawing the as dimensions, it's fine. No, it's fine. Then tata a size. Even in nipple. 0.6.
That's
0.68. Okay, yeah, it is 0.68. And then by that's 0.75. Block it off. Then it is 0.05 cable, which is 50. Yeah. Then you have 0.45 by 0.7. So we deduct layer, so we deduct this is, so you can also deduct for a PA because benze kanjalo happened it. If the PA yakho yazi I'm 450 by 50. Yeah. Yeah.
By 450.
It's the same. Umahluko nje i-depth qha.
0.75.
Yeah. Ungabiza abantu nibs ka umkila Fine. Okay, so that's that. Ne? Yeah. Now you need to go measure a mesh brickwork here. Go like that.
Mesh brickwork.
Brick piers. Difference height ka. La height ngule must calculate must add la 450 calcula lentus. Description is the same. Zabona ka bakani no bhadelwa ngiyilibala lento niyenzayo.
So
like unikwe nyani kuthiwe kufike ba ufike umelwane wakho neza ndiva kuthiwa wenza into ntoni ba ngakusixelele ngayimalini
sazi yes into edwase nemali kuba lula gqithi
funeka niyeba amantombazana agqitha namaxesha bantu benzipho into zenu ezithandayo ofota nathi
and then
yenza ke side calculation for the height
2, 5 feet.
Thatha overall height alo.
Oh, okay.
Thatha na 33 bese nimbali edela 4
plus 450.
yeah
So
your height yakho you don't need to multiply it ngantoni inye sewudeductile so you don't have to deduct for a backfilling. So this is worth 3 uthi ningahluleka la zezinyezi ukwenza ezinyezi it's obvious Moses. All you do, you just look at ithini igama lale face brick bayifuna apha ne foundation, concrete coping, stretcher bond, in fair facing. So the answer, okay. All you change is just this la golden don't you just say fair facing. Ungabhali golden brown. So you just substitute all 330 up in fair facing 1:4 stretcher bond. Yeah. I don't think you will have a challenge with Gabesela. Essentially, I'm I got too much length. Yeah. I think the only reason it looks too much is because I need a direct interaction no lecture away. We are online and oh, I let you I can do me video. And now details on the plan. Diamas?